The social media platforms were meant to improve our abilities to communicate. We began to think that due to these social media platforms, our world has become a small village. We are able to communicate with anyone in any part of the world just as soon as we thought of it. But one sad thing that the social media seemingly helped facilitate is also the spread of misinformation, revisionism of the truth that benefits a few who have selfish, self-serving motives, resulting in confusion among the people, creating division among us. But we continually hope that we may learn to be more responsible and critical with the information we receive for the sake of peace, so that we cease to inflict wounds on others. As we believe that God is always in control, we also believe that there are no coincidences, no accidents. Let's take, for example, the Madz Choral Festival. It has always been intended to produce harmony among the communities. To be led at this point to hold it through social media is no accident. This is God's bidding. We are enjoined to also use this platform to send a counter message. We are moved to go into the virtual world to do what we have been called to do, to be instruments of peace. To accomplish this means acknowledging injuries and speaking about or granting forgiveness. Tonight, fellow choristers and lovers of music, we invite you also to remember your mission, peace. Where there is hatred, sow love. Where there is injury, find courage in humility to forgive and to ask for forgiveness. Where there is doubt, be a beacon of faith.
Hello, Philippines. Hello, good evening, and good morning, America. Bonjour, buenos dias, and buongiorno here in Italy. I'm Candy from Italy, and we're happy to have this fourth Sunday of the Madz et al. Virtual Choir Festival. Our muse, of course, for the et al. And beauty queen, Miss Pearl, and our captain himself, Alfred here from Bangkok. How are you?
Mabuti, mabuti.
Isn't it amazing that we are on our fourth episode of our Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival? Yes, halfway na tayo. A total of 30 new works have been premiered since the start of the festival last November 1. And out of the 66 fantastic choirs that joined the festival, 29 have already conquered the virtual choral performing world. And we still have 37 more amazing choirs set to make their voices heard in the coming weeks. So stay tuned lang ha. Walang magbabago ng channel, char. Tonight is another treat as we will showcase 7 new works. Yes, 7. FYI, tonight is the most number of works to be premiered. Di ba fabulous? At pakitandaan yan ha, pakitandaan. At baka lumabas yan sa ating trivia quiz. Mm-hmm.
I have lost count.
Marami. At marami pang dadating, Ate Kens. So, and we have a roster of 10 choirs performing tonight. Check this out. 3 all-female groups, 5 community choirs, and 2 school-based choirs. Wow. So what are we waiting for? Start na tayo!
In the first 3 weeks of our festival, a lot of the viewers, the conductors, and even the choirs sent messages saying that they were uplifted, they were inspired by all of the singing. That despite all the challenges, despite all the tragedies that's upon us, nakaka-uplift talaga the music. November 1, may bagyo. Akala natin di matutuloy. Our voices will be heard. Wala pang 2 linggo, another bagyo came, and yet we persevered. You know, even as we uplift and inspire our listeners and our families and friends at mga kababayan natin and all the citizens of the world, we must not forget that there are people who are affected by this tragedy. So we thought that the Madz family would like to actually physically help out. We have decided to partner with one of the institutions that is a close collaborator of ours for help. So we are encouraging our viewers, our choristers, and conductors, if you want to give to help the people who were affected by the recent tragedies. Here we will show you throughout the program the contact details of the Jesuit group Himig Foundation, which is led by our very good friend, Reverend Father Manoling Francisco. Of course, you can bring your help to any other institution or organization that is credible, capable, and has the logistics to bring the help where it is needed the most. For us in the Madz family, we are not collecting any money. Please do not send the money to us. Please send the money directly. If you want to choose the Himig Foundation, please send the money directly through the contact details that you will see all throughout the program. So we do not just uplift, we also do something for our fellow men to really help them through this tragedy. The pandemic has really separated all of us physically, in time, in location, but the silver lining of this crisis is that we have actually come together as one to make our voices heard. One of these groups is enjoying the silver lining of this situation because they have not seen each other in a very long time, and they are all over the world, separated but brought together in music. So here is our first performer for tonight, the Himig Paraluman.
Hello, my name is Risa Fulion. I greet you from New York's Hudson Valley. I found it a wonderful privilege to be a member of the UP Madrigal Singers in '75 and was overjoyed to be included in the group's 3rd international tour in '76. Continued on until '79 when I began singing for the Bayanihan Dance Company. I'm not quite sure how it happens for a number of us in the Madz who transitioned to the singer-soloist role for Bayanihan. In my time, the 2 groups were often performing together for state guests. Our directors collaborated on many outreach activities, and so the 2 groups, singers and dancers, got to know each other. For my transition, I remember an encouraging nudge from Ma'am O.A. Veneracion and a warm welcome from Bayanihan's choreographer, Mami Urtula, and her dancers. Fast forward to last June, I received a text from Lito Vallecruz, Bayanihan's music director, also a singer-dancer from past tours. He asked to consider joining other Bayanihan singers in a virtual choir led by Rica San Agustin Golden, herself a Madz, 97 to 99, and Bayanihan singer-soloist, 99 to 2001. Rica led 9 of us, 4 of us former Madz, with a medley of Ryan Cayabyab's Pahiram ng Kanta and Jerry Brandt's Balut, arranged and accompanied by Riva Ann Singson, also a former Madz. Rica took care of all the technical aspects and featured the video on her site, The Joy Factor. With eyes set on sharing that joy factor through venues like Madz et al., we brainstormed over a name and agreed on Himig Paraluman, latching on to the popular meaning of the word as a muse, a woman who inspires through art. We also appreciated its older meaning, referring to a compass, something that guides one's way. Himig Paraluman is just a baby, born in the time of pandemic, yes, but we would rather think of it as a compass for showing the way to joy in singing together, in spite of the setbacks that are part of life. Coming together for Madz et al. Are Himig Paraluman's Melissa from California, Janice from Maryland, Melody from the Philippines, Yael from North Carolina, Katerina from the Netherlands, and our fearless leader Rica from Texas, who is remembered among her Madz batchmates for her engaging expression, "Kanta tayo, kanta tayo." Here for you, Himig Paraluman performing a new work, music and lyrics by Rica San Agustin Golden and Riva Ann Singson. Tara na, kanta na.
Itong panahon na walang katiyakan, tayo
Wow, what a way to start this program. And it has an upbeat melody and almost kind of sassy that vibrates energy, brings light and joy to everyone. And this song has a feminine touch to it because it's not that sugary sweet, but it brings that touch of approaching a problem with a lightness to it. So even despite of all the situations that happen in and out, let's go. Tara na, di ba? Ganun yun.
What a way to open the program. Wonderful.
Yes, what a way to open.
Ang ganda.
Ay, wait. Bago tayo magtara na, phone-in question. Para kayong magkumaring nag-usap sa suot ninyo, what is that color you are wearing? Is that black or pink or green? What is that? Parang nag-usap kayong dalawa.
Mind lang namin. Hindi
No,
kami nag-usap.
mental telepathy.
What color is that?
Ako, iba-ibang color. May blue,
Blue,
pero may,
pink.
blue, pink,
Blue.
pastel colors. Oo.
Akala ko
Match ka naman ako eh.
Ayan,
Ganda nga.
tama ka rin.
color. Akala ko
Butterflies and flowers. Kuya Alfred, Ate Candy, speaking of mga kumares, here is one kumare introducing another kumare.
I am Rina Palma Cruz. I had my first experience in the Madz et al. In 2003. My good friend Marivic Liamas invited me to sing with the Coro de Sta, and there I met the conductor, Miss Elsie Eranista. It was Ate Elsie who encouraged me to audition in the Madz. Now I am one of the soprano duo, the Nightingales, with Bianca Camille Lopez Aguila. The lady whom I will introduce to you tonight is one of my closest friends in the Madz. I remember her as Miss Perfect Bitch in our batch. As a person, she is very responsible and organized. As a friend naman, she is caring and helpful. I remember during our tour, may nag-award sa akin dahil hindi ko alam yung Rosas Pandan piece. And she was the one who sang and recorded the piece with her tape recorder. She wrote also the lyrics for me. So I opted to stay in the bus to study and memorize the song, while others went shopping. I am really grateful to her for that. She is also a loving and thoughtful daughter, wife, and mother. Mary Louise Macanaya Alcantara, we called her M for short, is a soprano, music educator, and a writer. She gained her bachelor's degree in music from the University of the Philippines under her voice professor, Professor Maria Cecilia Valena, also known as Ma'am Betchy. Like me, she is also an alumna of the Philippine Madrigal Singers and was part of the batches that won competitions in Torrevieja, Spain in 2004, Tour France in 2006, and the 2007 European Grand Prix in Arezzo, Italy. She currently sings with the Ateneo Chamber Singers. M is the founder and conductor of the Children and Youth Choir of the Shrine of Jesus the Way, the Truth, and the Life, and her newly established choir in 2019, the all-female ensemble, the Nottingales. This choir of M tonight consists of wives and mothers who are choristers, musicians, and music enthusiasts. This virtual performance is their very first performance for the Madz et al. Choral Festival. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Nottingales with their choir master, Mary Louise Macanaya Alcantara.
Kapayapaan ang iniwan ko sa inyo. Kapayapaan ang iniwan ko sa inyo.
M, ang ganda-ganda, and to your group, the women who make up the Nottingales, wow.
Naughty.
Iniisip ko rin yun ba yun?
Nagtaka ako kung anong Nottingale. Anyway, the singing was so profound and so moving. It was so calming yet uplifting. That in such a way that can only come from the hearts of very strong women, mothers, business women, career women, yung women of strength and faith. You have really helped us feel the love of the divine and the love for each other tonight. Thank you.
Puro women ata ngayon.
Oo nga eh. Women power ngayon.
Yeah, women power, go.
Go, go, go. We would like to thank our conductors, by the way, and our audience pala for all the wonderful and constructive comments they shared about the festival. I received messages actually hanggang ngayon, may nare-receive pa rin ako ng mga messages, and that some are surprised that they find the show really uplifting and beautiful. Yung iba naman, ang mga nagme-message din, natutuwa sila sa variety ng segments natin, very entertaining daw. And others are truly inspired and touched naman sa mga virtual performances ng ating choirs. So,
Thank
nakakatuwa. Oh, thank you very
Maraming
much.
salamat.
Yes.
Don't forget, all of you viewers, you can help all those who need our help during this time, especially of the storms that have passed in the Philippines, by donating whatever you can donate to the Tanging Yaman Ministry led by Father Manoling Francisco. Thank you.
Speaking of reactions, we asked some of our conductors from the first 2 weeks to tell us what they think, what they felt, what they experienced for this virtual Madz et al.
And after the reaction of the conductors, we have invited one of the Madz probies, Nicole Adri, to join us in the show to introduce or talk about this choir that is one of the newest addition to the roster of the growing Madz et al. Family, and whose conductor is being mentored by Sir Mark. So tonight also is their first time to participate in the et al. Festival.
When I watched the first 2 episodes of the Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival, I was thrilled and humbled. It's great to see choirs perform again in spite of this pandemic. Humbled because we are so blessed with one of God's greatest gifts. Music inspires, heals, encourages, and uplifts the human spirit. Where there is hope, there is music. So let's take this opportunity for our voices to be heard. Let our voices resound from the deepest part of us where hope is found. A hope that this world cannot offer, but a living hope that only God could give. For it is He who puts a new song in our hearts.
Greetings. I congratulate the local and international participating choirs, ensembles, conductors, composers, lyricists, sound engineers, videographers, and the organizers for making the Madz et al. 2020 possible and relevant to the times. I am happy, thrilled, and touched by the music and videos presented for the last 2 weeks. To the online audiences, thank you very much. Congratulations, more power to us all, keep safe, and may our voices and music continue to be heard.
Good evening, everybody! I'm Riva Ferrer, an alumna of the Philippine Madrigal Singers and the manager of Acapelago, one of the performing groups for the Madz et al. Online Festival 2020. Last November 1, Acapelago performed for day 1 of the festival, and it was also the day when the Typhoon Rolly hit the Philippines. It was a very sad and devastating day for most of us, and I myself was looking for something to uplift my spirit. Thank God, the Madz et al. Festival pushed through that night, and there were over 1,000 of viewers from all over the world singing together. I would like to take this chance to thank all the participating choirs for sharing your voices, for sharing your talents, and for sharing your passion. Thank you so much to the new composers, arrangers, audio and video editors for putting your hearts into this project. You don't know how much lives you've touched that night. Also, a big shout out to the organizers of this festival. Thank you so much for doing this, because you don't know how much we are changed with this project. Music is a very powerful tool, and let's just use it to uplift one another and to make this world a more harmonious environment. So, please stay tuned. We will sing together at the end of this festival. Kaya, practice na! Our voices will be heard. Oh. Bye!
Hello everyone, my name is Nicole Adri and I am a graduate of the Madz Coro de Sta, and now I am a Madz Proby. But before all that, I was a member of Colegio de Santa Rosa Makati's official ambassadors for choral music, Himig Roseña. Back in 2017, HR and Madz crossed paths in the CCP choral workshop, where we got to learn a lot from Sir Mark and brilliant Madz members. From there on, we got to learn about the Madz et al., and 3 years later, we're finally here. When I was a member of Himigrasenya, I learned that we as a group always aim to perform in such a way that we get to touch our audience's lives with our music, to not only be heard, but also be felt. When we do get to achieve that, we perform with what we call HR magic. When there's HR magic, we get to feel that bond with the music, that bond with the message, with each other, and of course, with our audience. And I hope that tonight, as they perform, you, our dear viewers, get to feel that magic too. Of course, that magic will not be there without their beloved conductor, Miss Phoebe Biton, or as we fondly call her, Miss P. Miss P brings out the magic in us by leading us with grace, kindness, and most importantly, love. She has become such an inspiring mentor, not just because of her skills, but also because of her remarkable character. Without her, I wouldn't be where I am today. Himigrasenya was my first choral family. I got exposed to the wonderful world of choral music because of them, and I will always, always be proud to be part of that family. Seeing them perform in the Madz et al. Hits close to home because my first choral family and my newfound family in the Madz now get to finally meet. Now, without further ado, I am proud to present Himigrasenya with their conductor, Miss Phoebe Biton, performing Always Something Sings by Dan Forrest.
Always Something Sings. This Ralph Waldo Emerson poem speaks of the beautiful and the sacred in all things and in all moments. In this piece, the word always is kept in its old form because it bears a stronger meaning. Always means perpetually and not just constantly. It means all the while, not just all the time. Always something sings. Dan Forrest's lush arrangement is a beautiful unraveling of this poem. The melodies evoke its sense of hope. The harmonies take us up to the heavens and down to earth. And the soprano solos give us space to ponder on the words, the weight of their meaning, and the breadth of their imagery. Today, we at Himigrasenya invite you to listen to a very special piece that carries a special meaning in times of crisis and pain. A piece that reminds us that in all times, even the worst of times, there is music. From all that's fair, from all that's foul, always something sings.
Ay grabe, nakaka-emote naman yun. From all that's fair, from all that's foul, always something sings. This very beautiful, moving, and inspiring line from Ralph Waldo Emerson and Dan Forrest is like a breath of fresh air. That even in the midst of sorrow the world is experiencing right now, listening to every word and melody of the song gives you a sense of assurance, comfort, and good feeling that hope and beauty exist even in the most unfortunate and unpleasant events in our life. Like faith, it can't be seen nor touched, but it's just there. It's like saying, hold on and not to give up, as hope and miracles transcend all kinds of barriers. Thank you, Miss Phoebe Bitoon, and to Himig Roseña for this profound and touching performance.
For the next choir, you will see him for the first time here on the screen because he's always the man behind the scene. Our very, very good friend, Jordan Brigala.
Excuse me, Ate Candy. FYI, single pa po ang ating good-looking friend na si Jordan Brigala. So,
dapat pala,
ready
Mr.
to mingle
Jordan
po,
Guapo Brigala.
Jordan!
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jordan Brigala, and I am the General Manager of the Madz Music Studio. And I am also a proud product of the Madz et al. Choral Festival, as my choir used to participate in this festival before. I am very excited, and it is with great pleasure that I present to you our next performer for tonight's virtual concert. Equally exciting is the fact that the conductor of this group is a very good friend of mine who happens to be a fellow also in the Sing Philippines Youth Choir Batch 1. Their group was established in 1985 as one of the official choir in the Cathedral Parish of St. Andrew in Parañaque City. And for almost 35 years, the group continued their legacy of serving the parish as part of their community service and religious service. With regard to the song that they will be performing, you may have heard several versions of this song in the past, but what makes this rendition very special is the fact that it was actually arranged just for this year's Madz et al. Choral Festival. So the lyrics of this song tells us that to be authentically human, we must all learn to be an instrument of peace. So basically, this reflects the spirit and the outlook of the man to whom this song was named after, and that is Saint Francis. It also tells us that we must all embrace the virtue of love, pardon, hope, faith, light, and joy. So ladies and gentlemen, I am very proud to present to you the Basic Christian Community Organization with their choir master, Mr. James Doak.
COVID-19 has since spread to nearly every country in the world.
World health officials this morning are reporting the first coronavirus death outside of China.
Manila's health department reports the second fatality from the coronavirus in the Philippines.
Nagugutom talaga kami pag hindi kami bumiyahe dahil wala kaming pira, wala kaming pambiling bigas. Mahirap eh. Mahirap pagpahirap.
to be consoled, as to console, to be understood, as to understand, and to be loved, as to love, for it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to
The prayer of Saint Francis is a prayer for peace that is said in all the languages of the world. As I have heard a lot of versions of this song written in music, this song presented by the Basic Christian Community Choir is a lot more different, because to me it seemed like an intimate prayer evoking something personal, that your talk with God, your secret conversation with God. But to me, it said that I am an instrument of peace. My heart sings of peace. My mind dances with peace. I laugh with peace. My soul longs for peace. And finally, my spirit is the source of peace. Internally, it is so soft and mellow and so touching.
If we are inspired to be instruments of peace, the viewers who just tuned in right now might be wondering what you see streaming underneath our screen, down below the screen.
Yes.
Those are the contact details in case you find it in your heart to help our fellow Filipinos who have been stricken by the twin tragedies of the succeeding storms. The Madz family is not collecting the money. We are encouraging you, as we will do ourselves, to actually give directly to the Jesuits through their Yaman Foundation, led by our very, very good friend, Father Manoling Francisco. So the contact details for giving, should it inspire your heart, is down below the screen for the whole show.
Our next performer is, if a while ago we mentioned Sir Mark is mentoring Miss Phoebe Bitoon, itong next choir naman, its conductor was mentored by no other than Ma'am OA through the various workshops and clinicking we have organized. Isa rin ang mga choirs ng person na to, ng conductor na to, sa mga suki ng et al. Ma'am OA could immediately spot passion, and because of that passion she saw in this person, conductor, she invited him to be a part of the et al festival, of the et al family.
I am Dr. Julio Cesar Reyes, the Vice Dean of the College of Medicine of De La Salle Medical and Health Sciences Institute and the first president of the DLSMI Saringhimig, the institutional choir which Mr. Steve A. Collado founded in 2001. Sir Steve is the person behind the great successes of multiple choral groups, most especially in Calabar Zone. With the gift of teaching and members' determination, it opened opportunities for Saringhimig and Himigrasenya, the institutional choral group of the senior high school, to participate in annual concerts and competition, Madz et al. Festival as one of the most treasured and look-forward event. My choral training with Sir Steve gave me the chance to participate in Madz et al. Festival way back in 2017 and 2018 with the Coro Techniu, the closest affiliated choral of the Saringhimig. Joining this prestigious event taught me the value of responsibility, teamwork, leadership, and most especially hard work. I always look forward in singing the assigned tutti piece, which is being sung by all the participating choirs and being conducted by none other than Sir Mark Anthony Carpio. It made me realize that even though we came from different groups, we can sing together as one, bringing the vision of Professor Andrea Veneracion one step closer to reality. This year's performance is a tribute prayer to all the frontliners and all individuals who lost in battling the COVID-19 pandemic. May this song be a celebration of life and healing. Ladies and gentlemen, the De La Salle Medical and Health Sciences Institute Saringhimig and Himig Scientia performing Salubungin ang Umaga, an original composition and arrangement by Dr. Renz Marion Alemania, with Mr. Steve Abad Collado, conductor.
that was a very, what you call, moving and inspiring performance. In the past at Al, si Steve, ang dala niyang choir was the Coro de Sta. But this year, he brought a different set of singers. But I can see, and I'm sure you can all see, that the passion and the fire is still the same. Especially the title of the work itself, for me, that says it all. Kailangan natin salubungin ng umaga. Sigurado yon. Very sure there is a morning. Salubungin natin yung umaga. What a hopeful thing to just keep reminding ourselves. Salubungin ko talaga ang umaga. Thank you for that, Steve. And I really hope na hindi ka magsawa to join et al. Again and again and again.
Kahit matagal na po akong kumakanta, it's still refreshing to listen to and follow Coach Kat's advice kasi super helpful sila. Lalo na ako, alto ako. So sanay ako sa mga low notes. So struggle for me pagka naga-high notes na. So kailangan talaga matindihang vocalization ito para ma-reach ko yung mga kailangan kong high notes na i-reach, diba? So ladies and gentlemen, here is Coach Kat to remind us of some tips that matter a lot.
Sing out session.
Hi, this is Coach Kat, and welcome back to Sing Out Session Q&A, where I will be answering some of your frequently asked questions about the singing voice. Now, our fourth phone-in question comes from Sasha Marie Roque of San Francisco, California. She asks, how do I sing higher without strain? Now, first of all, you should practice long breaths. You can start by inhaling deeply and exhaling gently. Then when you sing on a higher note, allow your sound to travel with your gentle exhale. Release your jaw down slightly and relax your tongue to create space inside. And lastly, avoid tilting your head upward and to the back, like so. All right? And keep your posture balanced. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this tip. And this is Sing Out Session with me, Coach Kat. Happy singing!
Thank you for this festival which you pushed through despite the pandemic, because otherwise I would not have been able to reunite with my choir. Kahit na virtual, ang saya-saya. Napakaganda ang nangyari. Imagine we are 3 continents apart. That would not have been possible if it were not virtual. Maraming salamat. Congratulations to all.
Hello! Maraming salamat sa opportunity na makasali sa Madz et al. My reaction to the first 2 episodes of Madz et al., Our Voices Will Be Heard, is pure nostalgia. Since 20 years ago was the last time I joined the Madz et al. Back in the 90s. But now it's exhilarating to relive, preparing for the music, albeit virtually. It brought a lot of good memories with friends and with colleagues. Thank you, Mark, the Madz et al. Production team, for the opportunity, and keep safe. Mabuhay kayong lahat.
Itong susunod na magsasalita at ang i-introduce niya, silang dalawa, magkumpare sila. Alam niyo naman sa Madz, minsan talaga nagiging parang family na talaga ang turingan sa isa't isa. Ninong nila ang anak ng bawat isa. Wait. Actually, ninang din ako. Yung parehong anak nila. Ay,
nahalata tuloy, nahalata.
Ay, trivia yan, ate, kuya. Ninang ako ng anak nitong dalawang to. Yeah.
Good evening, guys. I'm Warlito S. Yalong, singing baritone when I was in the Madz. So I'm here to introduce Velitan, kumparing Vel. Inaanak ko yung anak niya lalaki, and then inaanak niya naman yung anak ko. So, actually, nagpang-abot pa kami sa Madz, pero paalis na ako noong time na yon. Nakasama ko siya sa Europe tour. And since pareho kaming tatay, pareho kaming masarap magluto. So, pagka hostmate ka namin, swerte ka dahil pagluluto ka namin ng pagkaing Pinoy. Kasi pag nasa tour, yun yung nakakamiss, yung mga pagkain natin. So, I'm here to introduce also his choir, the Minstrels of St. Salle. It was founded by their late conductor, Professor Jesus Esguerra. It is composed of alumni and honorary members of the De La Salle University, Dasmariñas Choral. It was formed to serve as a channel for former members to be able to continue their passion for choral music. Under the leadership of their conductor, Madz alumnus Velitan, the Minstrels of St. Salle regularly gathers to perform in festivals such as Madz et al. And even competes on local and international competitions. So, to sing Sunang Ngari by Kentaro Sato, let's all welcome Minstrels of St. Salle under the baton of Mr. Vel Litan.
Bakit feeling ko love song siya? It leaves such a beautiful feeling in your heart that
I
no
think you're
matter,
in
ito yung
love.
sabi, well,
Pwede
figuratively.
rin.
Pwede rin po, yan. Kasi ang ganda ng line, Ate Ken, Kuya Alfred. No matter how far apart we are, please feel the connection of the sky and the connection of our hearts. Diba? Ganyan. This dual feeling of longing and of hoping at the same time to be with your loved ones, especially in the most trying times, music was able to bridge and connect. Ang galing, di ba? Galing. So, thank you, Vel Litan, my kumpare, and Minstrels of St. Salle for that heartwarming rendition of Kantaro Sato's Tunangari.
Our next choir, the conductor is actually my section mate in so many years since 1994. And maybe you know him. He is the first countertenor of the Philippine Madrigal Singers. So I don't think he needs introduction, but I like to introduce him kasi friend ko siya. Christopher Borella.
Ate Candy, but he will be properly introduced by Miss M. Alcantara. Which, by the way, ang anak po ni M, si Arya, inaanak ko din, ninang ako.
Ninang ka ng bayan. Kailangan, hindi ka ba ninang ng kasal?
Ay, wala pa naman dyan. Bata pa po.
After, before that, kailangan maghanap tayo ng makakasal niya bago siya maging ninang ng kasal.
Okay, mission natin yan, Pearl. Bago matapos ang Etal Festival.
My name is M. Macanaya Alcantara. I have the honor of introducing our next conductor. Kuya Chris Borella excels in so many things. Aside from singing countertenor, he was the Madz assistant conductor, resident arranger, and guitarist. Minsan, madalas pala, interpreter din, as he can carry conversations in different languages like French, Italian, Spanish, and German. Para rin siyang human map. He loves to walk, and he would always share his discoveries to us, tulad ng free Krispy Kreme kapag umilaw na yung red sign. We share the same birthday, and I remember during one of our US tours, we spent the whole day traveling to another state, and our fellow Madz members made it special with small gifts. He is a super arranger, and he would sometimes arrive at the event with freshly printed copies of a new arrangement, or he would write them in the van going to the event. Speaking of arrangements, he does simple but unique and entertaining ones, from liturgical music like Panunumpa to the funny and novelty ones. Remember the Madz hits like Boy and Superman medley? Those weren't Madz premieres, but et al. Premieres of his choir, Coro de Cecilia. Coro de Cecilia is a church choir based in Our Lady of Pentecost Parish in Loyola Heights, Quezon City. Marami na rin silang nakantahang important events, and they even won top prizes sa first Asian Choir Games sa Jakarta, Indonesia in 2007. To sing a new work, Angel of God, with music by Giancarlo Batak and arranged by Christopher Borella, here is Coro de Santa Cecilia with their conductor, Mr. Christopher Borella.
this day be at my side, to light and guard, to light and guard, to rule and guide,
Wow. Actually, this is the first time I heard a guardian angel prayer put into music. I remember this guardian angel prayer because since I was a child, before I lay myself down to sleep and when I wake up, I always pray this guardian angel prayer. I believe in angels. They brighten our journey of life with divine grace, protection, peace, healing, strength, and the most important thing, miracles. So everybody do believe in angels. And thank you, Chris, for this guardian angel prayer.
For our viewers, Chris is one of the few who have the second highest number of participating choirs in our Et Al Festival, which is also one of our correct answers from our last week's trivia quiz.
So speaking of trivia quiz, here again is the question from last week and the correct answers. Have a look.
Name the conductor with the second highest number of participating choirs in this 2020 Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival and name all of his or her choirs. Here's the correct answer. Mark Anthony Carpio with Pansol Choir, Kiliawan Consortium of Voices, and the voice of Plan W, and Christopher Borella with PWU Vocal Ensemble, Coro de Sta Cecilia, and Bulacan State University Saringhimig alumni. Congratulations to the winners of last week's trivia quiz, Paolo Nicolo Piquero, Moji Abelia, and Christopher Ryan Roncales.
We will continue our trivia quiz this week, And please send your correct answers to the email provided in the screen that you will see next. Remember, we will pick out all answers, and entry number 1, entry number 5, and correct answers in order of being received will be our winners. And everybody can join. Madz present, Madz alumni, family, friends, choristers, conductors, kamag-anak, friends, unfriend, buong barangay. So the more entries you send, the better. So take a look at our trivia quiz question for this week.
Name 3 choirs joining the Madz et al. Virtual Choral Festival for their very first time. Send your answer to madzetalchorfest@gmail.com.
So sali na kayo sa quiz, and who knows, you might win a special prize which the Madz Music Studio will send to you. Yes, lahat ng winners, meron kayo matatanggap na special prize via special delivery.
Surprise!
Surprise gift, courtesy of Tita Pearl.
Hindi Ninang Pearl.
Ninang Pearl. Surprise gift, courtesy of Ninang Pearl. For those of you who have tuned in just now, you may wonder what are those numbers and information that you see down below at the bottom-most part of the screen. We have invited our viewers, our friends, if you want to help those who have been hit by the typhoon, we are encouraging you to donate either to your preferred organization, as long as you pick an organization that has credibility, capability, and logistics to bring the help where it's needed. Or we would suggest you bring your help in whatever form to the Kilyawan Foundation of the Jesuits, led by our very good friend, Reverend Father Manoling Francisco. Here's another short segment of Enriconnect, where Enrico Lagasca will introduce to you our featured composer for the next choir. One of your favorite composers, one of our favorite composers. Enjoy the section Enriconnect.
In the roaring Catholic school, in the silence of my lonely room.
Hey Eiley, so good to see you, and thank you for joining me tonight.
Of course, it's a pleasure to see you and be here with all our viewers tonight.
Inspire so many, including myself and most. What and who maybe inspires Eiley Maniano?
I could be inspired from a lot of things. It could be from nature, some places that I've seen, or it could be a poem or a text that really moves me, or something that makes me interested in. Or sometimes I really listen to a lot of various types of genres of music.
So for this virtual choir festival, you have a staggering amount of performances. I think I've counted, and if I missed the count, my apologies, but there are 7 performances.
Really? There's 7?
Some of them are world premieres. Some of them are Philippine premieres, especially made for this festival, is Rina Palma Cruz's Lighter Side movement with a prayer for our voices.
Yep, it's a premiere. Really can't wait to hear that one also. So yeah, this is specially commissioned by the LSM, Lighter Side Movement, for the et al. But yeah, it's a new piece, text written by Riza Martinez, Prayer for Our Voices.
I have my own little opinion or review of what Eiley Maniano's music is. Spoiler alert, I'm obsessed with it. What is the Eiley Maniano sound?
I actually can't explain it myself also, because I had to study myself. But through the years of writing, I always aim for something that is relatable, something that's easy, something that would move you as a listener and as a singer.
And you are such a highly in-demand individual, so thank you so much for your time, for sharing this couple of minutes with us. And it really is very humbling to have a chance to speak with you, and I cannot wait to hear these pieces and hopefully see you and sing with you again soon.
Well, thank you, Annie. Thank you for having me, and don't forget to support the choirs. Thank you very much again.
Thank you. Take care.
Lighter Side Movement, Maria Rina Paula Palma Cruz, conductor. A Prayer for Our Voices, text by Riza Martinez, music and arrangement by Ailey Matthew Maniano, a world premiere.
Political vendetta by lawmakers on
May our voices always speak of your grace, that gives us courage throughout our days. May our wings be our hand, comfort.
The world gives us voices. Voices that make us go higher and sound louder. But such voices can make us deaf too, from what real love can do. And so, our choice is your voice. The voice that makes our lives radiate the power of your peace, your hope, and your love. Lord, you are our choice. Let us be your voice.
Why are we not surprised to hear such beautiful, beautiful new music from one of our favorite composers, Ailey Matthew Maniano? Expertly and profoundly and beautifully and passionately interpreted by Rina and her choir, like the side movement. Earlier, sabi ni Ailey, when he writes music that should be relatable. How true is that? That no matter, he writes music that speaks to my heart. And I'm speaking for myself. It speaks to my heart in a way that words cannot express. So, anong reaction ko dito? Papakinggan ko ng papakinggan, and keep listening to this piece of music again and again because it speaks more and more and more. When words fail you, this is where music speaks most profoundly. Bravo, Rina. Bravo, Lighter Side Movement. Bravo, Ailey. You bring sunshine into our stormy world. Thank you very much.
When you mentioned about the heart, there's always one special person who are always in all our hearts, the Madz family, and that is Ma'am Veneracion. And in the early 90s, she has always told us, and especially to Mark Carpio, to start them young, because it's with starting them young that they will grow up into very good, beautiful persons. Beautiful not only outside, but inside within the heart. So look at this next video.
Kuya, ate, I wonder, can I have a question? I wonder, do you have mga heartthrobs sa batch nyo nung panahon nyo? Kasi itong
Apo hiking society siguro, hindi pa.
Hindi sa Madz. Sa Madz. Sa Madz. Mga heartthrobs, ganyan. Kasi itong susunod na guests natin ay mga naging Madz heartthrobs nung time nila. Pero another fun fact. Hinakot lang nila itong mga fans na to from their previous choir. Sama-sama sila ng mga, ano pa sila eh, bagets pa sila. So, dinala nila to sa Madz, yung mga fans na to. Kaya, ergo, sinusundan sila. Ganun sila kakilabot.
Kilala ka sila na malit pa sila, ang tataba pa ng iba.
Like a slim, di ba? Slim daw.
Ngayon, guwapo, slim.
Yeah. And here they are to introduce the next choir, whom they were all once a part of, nung before pa sila mag-Madz.
I was 11 when I first joined the Kilyawan Boys Choir back then, and with our sisters joining the group, we are now called the Kiliawan Consortium of Voices. And I never knew that joining this group, or I call family, will impact me for the rest of my life.
To be exposed as early as grade 4 to choral singing is probably one of the best decisions my parents made for me. I made lifelong friends. My experience in choral singing with Kilyawan and later on with the Madz made me realize that what we share in singing in a choir is actually life itself. Natuto tayo na ibahagi ang sarili natin sa bawat miyembro, natuto tayong makisama sa mga taong ibang-iba sa personalidad natin at sa mga pinanggalingan natin. And in singing with a group, we develop our drive to be excellent. Excellence that is not limited artistically. Some would excel in leadership, some would strive to excel as a form of worship, some would dedicate their craft to get a message across.
Being a part of Kilyawan made me appreciate choral and classical music at a very young age. Aside from the musical aspect, I also built friendships that I still cherish up until today.
Singing with Kiliawan did not just solidify my love for choral art, but it also helped me prepare to face the world and career in music. To say that singing with Kiliawan was a stepping stone is one, but really, my musical journey started with Kiliawan.
A Child's Call is a collaborative work of the members of the Kiliawan Consortium of Voices with the help of Leonard Cleofas and Ann Copiaco. It features the collection of ideas from the kids on how, in their own little ways, they can help to make the world a better place.
It is more powerful and heartfelt when choral artists, regardless of age, are given a chance to share and translate their musical instincts, then put into writing, interpreted through songs. A Child's Call. It is hopeful and personal.
A Child's Call is a song that reminds everyone that the thoughts of children also plays an important role in securing a brighter future.
It is my great honor to introduce the Kiliawan Consortium of Voices.
And with that, I leave you with Kilyawan's motto, Tibi Domine Salam, which stands for, Unto the Lord we sing praises.
Can you help me make the world a little better? I'm quite sure I can't do it all alone, but I know with some help we can do it. So maybe you could give me a hand. I'm not sure, but listen to what I say. Give a smile to everyone each day, so they won't give up
There is no better way of securing our world's future than to start the kids young, especially in teaching and nurturing what they can do as kids to help out and make a difference. The song A Child's Call is one example of this. The innocence and sincerity of a child's heart is very well expressed in the song Wishing for a Safer, Happier Place for Us to Live in. FYI, Charlotte Copiaco and Leonard Cleofas are both members of the Kiliawan Consortium of Voices. Ito yung mga anak-anakan ni Sir Mark. So once again, thank you very much, Sir Mark Anthony Carpio. Kaya ng mga anak mo, nag-spread na ng wings nila. And of course, yes, di ba, ang galing, ang galing,
and
galing.
future teen idols.
Ay, of course. Hindi na mawawala. Thank you to the Kiliawan Consortium of Voices and to of course the composers for sharing your talent with us. Gawa pa kayo ng marami. Yay!
Before we proceed to the final numbers of our program tonight, let's take a break, a short break to relax, to stretch ourselves, and maybe laugh at ourselves a little. Importante din yun because laughter is also a balm for the soul. So here is one of our resident comedians. Madami kaming resident comedians. Here is our most popular comedian in the show, but a very, very wise, very, very knowledgeable, very, very serious, not serious, wise woman, Queen Corona, to give you madrigal tips.
Presenting Her Royal Highness Queen Corona of Oriana.
Hello! As promised by your queen, I will teach you how to become royalty episode after episode. Last episode, you were reminded to start and end the rehearsals on time. For this episode, I would like to impart my royal knowledge on how to behave like a royalty during your performance. Both physical and virtual performances, remember to look neat and ravishingly clean. Neatly combed hair, applying light makeup such as this, and nicely pressed choir uniforms are definitely of royal taste. Let your audience enjoy your music and performances without any aesthetic distractions. More tips shall be imparted by your queen in the next episode. In the meantime, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Adieu!
Okay, for this next conductor, we asked a very special fan to introduce her.
Ate Kens, by the way, inaanak ko din po yung anak nila.
Ikaw na ang ninang ng bayan. Ladies and gentlemen, so we will proceed with the last. We will proceed with the last number of the Madz et al. Virtual Choir Festival Ninang Edition.
Nagkataon na. Nagsama-sama sila lahat ngayon.
Hi, my name is John Pipero. I sang with the Madz from 1995 to 2004 as a tenor 2. But I'm not here to talk about myself. But my ex-girlfriend and now wife, Anna Piquero. So as a singer, talagang maasahan mo siya. Hindi nawawala sa pyesa yan. And sa stage, talagang siya, very regal films. And pero as a conductor, talagang another level. So she's able to transform a bad sounding choir to an excellent choir. May tinatawag siyang Midas touch. So kaya niyang pagandahin yung tunog. Sabi nga sa language ng mga geologists, she could transform a coal into a diamond by applying pressure. And so the next performer is the Eastern Chamber Singers. Ito yung mga dating members and alumni na ng University of the East Choral. And they will be singing for us Noiti. And so without further ado, let's welcome the Eastern Chamber Singers with Ana Tabita Piquero, Musical Director.
Ako po si Lea Morales.
Hi, I'm Jay Ramirez.
Ako si Joanna Marie Morales.
Ang talagang naging struggle ko ngayong pandemic ay yung nag-positive ang buong household namin.
Events industry sa Pilipinas ngayon ay naka-freeze.
Nag-test ng positive ang both parents.
Nakaka-depress, nakakalungkot.
Mahirap at madilim ang pinagdaanan namin.
Hindi namin alam kung ano yung gagawin namin that time. Sa pagtutulungan namin ng magkakapatid, nairaos naman namin sila.
Parating ng pamilya ang kanilang kalinga at naramdaman kong hindi ako nag-iisa.
Hindi ko question ang Panginoon. Mas lalo pa akong humingi ng tulong sa Kanya.
Kailangan kong kumilos. Nag-apply ako ng trabaho, naka-work from home ako, and tuloy lang ang buhay.
Ang masasabi kong blessing ay yung outpouring ng support at encouragement ng mga kamag-anak at friends.
Natutunan ko during the pandemic, kailangan mo maging malakas.
Kailangan buo yung loob mo kung ano man yung mga haharapin mong struggle.
Madidepress ka, ngingitian mo lang. Iyan ang very nature ng Pinoy.
Ang pamilyang Pilipino nagiging iisang hangarin. Ang umalalay sa kapamilyang may pinagdadaanan.
Hindi kami nag-iwanan. Nagtulungan kami. Kumapit kami sa isa't isa at kumapit kami sa Panginoon.
Ang Pinoy kayang lumaban sa lahat ng sitwasyon na mahirap palaban ng mga Pinoy. So I'm a proud Noiti.
Isang pagpapala na mapabilang sa pamilyang Noiti.
Hoy! Hoy, hoy! Ho, 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 hoy! Hoy, hoy! Hoy! Hoy, hoy! Ho, 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 hoy! Hoy, hoy!
Tingnan mo ang iyong manay, kalyado mong kamay, sa hirap ng buhay. Ang dami mong problema, natuwa mo kang kumiti. Noiti ka nga, astig.
Saan ka man naroroon, huwag kang matatakot. Sa baril o patalim, sa bakas na madilim. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako. Hoy, buo may agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako. May agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Ho, 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 hoy. Hoy, hoy.
Sinisito ang dagat, ibigod mo ang mundo, nasa puso mo pa lang, ang hinahanap mong tulong. Ilang beses na akong hindi kang mamatay, kung alam mo ang sikreto, kaya't nandito mabuhay.
Sabi nila, may anting-anting ako, pero di nila alam na Diyos ang dahilan ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako. Hoy, buo may agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako. May agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako. May agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Ho, 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 hoy. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Hoy, hoy. Ho, 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 hoy. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako. Hoy, buo, may agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako. May agimat ang dugo ko. Agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, 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 Pinoy ako. May agimat ang dugo ko. Hoy, hoy, hoy. Ho, 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 hoy. Hoy, hoy, hoy.
Nako, this song, ang feeling ko talaga nationalistic. It's like I was remembering the last time I sang a nationalistic song was the Centennial song. Pinoy ako, Pinoy, Pinoy, Pinoy. It's a very, very strong, feeling of your love for your country. So nice, so beautiful. And here's a trivia. Yung kanyang yung si Ana, na friend ko rin, her video editor became my friend too because she helped me out in some things that I do. So
Wow.
Thank you. Yeah, Rachel, I'd just like to thank you also. And Anna, of course, my best friend. Thank you.
At trivia, pareho kaming birthday ni Ana. Nag-abot.
Yes, oo nga pala, mga Mayo.
Sabay kaming hindi nila naalala yung birthday namin. Dined ba nila kami buong araw? Madz, batch 94, I will never forget that. Ay, ayun na, nabooking na yung age. Ako ay Pinoy. Our feeling of love for our country and most especially for our fellow men is called into action during these difficult times. If you've noticed the banner underneath the screen, these are the numbers where you, if you want to send help, do not send the money or goods to us. We encourage you to send the money or to send the goods to the Jesuit organization, Yaman Foundation, which is very, very ably led by our very good friend, Reverend Father Manoling Francisco, so that we can all help, not just to inspire and uplift through our songs, but actually to help through our actions a lot of the Filipinos who are still recovering, reeling, making sense out of this tragedy that just happened to the country. So please give generously. Please give with all your hearts. Thank you. We come to the tail end of the program. Of course, before we do the festival song, we want to make sure that all of you viewers watching us, you do not just sit there and watch the festival song. We all want you to sing along. So not just 300 singers or 400 singers singing on screen, but if every one of you in your own homes sing together with us, we will be 1,000, 2,000, or 3,000 or more singing together and raising our voices so that our voices will be heard. So practice muna tayo. So here is Jello de Amos to help us all prepare to sing along. So please come and join. The score of this is still available through the Madz Music Studio Facebook page, which we hope you downloaded. Eto na ngayon, ensayo time before we sing the finale. We'll ask Jello to take it on.
I will sing too.
Wow, wala akong pyesa.
Memorize.
Magandang gabi and welcome again to Madz Sing-Along. Now as you know, we're doing parts of the festival piece Our Voices Will Be Heard, which will be sung at the end of the program. So let's get right to it. We will go straight to the second verse kasi yung first verse natin will be sung by soloists, yung ating mga conductors. So now, we will be reading measures 24 to 31. We will have a listen of the melody of the sopranos, and here it is.
Modern day and past can live as one. We share the light, the heat from our own sun. Even if we're lost in a crowd, a village it takes and we will be found.
We will be focusing on the accompanying voices, who will be singing dat, 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 dat. Now, makikita ninyo in your score that the notes, aside from being separated by rests, sa ibabaw or sa ilalim ay mayroong tuldok or a dot, which means they should be sung staccato or short and detached. Now, the tenors and the basses, they will be singing on beat. So, let's have a listen to that.
Da, 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 da.
Now, tenors and basses, sing along with the Madz. Ready?
Da 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 da
Okay, now the altos naman, they will be singing the first two lines of the melody along with the sopranos. After that, from the darat part, they will be singing with the tenors and the basses, but they will be singing in syncopation, so offbeat. Now, the important thing to remember here, altos, is to maintain the subdivided beats in your head so that the syncopation comes out evenly. Let's listen to the altos against a metronome as they sing these measures.
Modern day and past can live as one. We share the light, the heat from our own sun. Da 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 da.
Okay, altos, prepare to sing along. Here we go.
Modern day and past can live as one. We share the light, the heat from our own sun. Da 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 da.
Okay, everyone, let's all together sing this part at idagdag na natin to sa alam natin when we sing the festival piece later. Get ready? Here we go.
Modern day and past can live as one. We share the light, the heat from our own sun. Even if we're lost in a crowd, a village it takes and we will be found.
Great job, everyone. Sing with us later, ha? See you again next week for Madz Sing-Along. Bye!
So we come to the last part of our program. Before we sing the final song, we'd like to invite our friends, our family, to consider helping out the Jesuits through the Yaman Foundation. The details you will see at the bottom part of the screen. Or you may send your help also to your organization of choice, those established institutions that have the credibility, capability, and the logistics to actually get the help where it is needed the most. And sasabihin ko lang sa inyo, our voices will be heard, so please don't sit there and just listen. Let's all sing together as the final song starts.
Once again, it's time to say goodbye, and it's time to say thank you. Thank you to all our dearest et al. Choirs and conductors that participated tonight, our Madz alumni guests, who, in spite of their busy schedule, have squeezed in some time to make a video and introduce our conductors. Our heartfelt gratitude also to the video and audio editors of the et al. Choirs, and of course, our very own sa Madz Studio and Madz et al. Team, Jordan Brigala, JC Paez Jose, Nico Villanueva, and Clyde Pasaol. Of course, Mr. Robert Delgado for the vocal and instrumental arrangement of the Tutti song, Our Voices Will Be Heard. Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat.
Thank you, everybody. This will not be our last goodbye, but it will only be temporary. But before this, I would like to thank all our sponsors, especially our partner, the Cultural Center of the Philippines. And most of all, from our hearts to yours, we would like to thank our Madz family all around the world, our Madz family in the Philippines. Thank you for this very great support you have, even just by viewing or just by giving even food to some of the technicians behind. Thank you very much. And see you next week. Magandang gabi, Pilipinas. Good evening, everybody.
Good night. See you next week. God
Next
bless.
week.
Look at all the places we have gone.
There was a time we used to live as one.
Look at all the things that we have learned. The way we rise, slowly fall and burn.
Why do we say that we went off the path? See, I'm where I am, 'cause I'm where I was at.
Let's keep ahead, and our voices will be heard. Whoa, our voices will be heard. Whoa, modern day and past we live as one. We share the light, the heat from our own sun. Even if we're lost in a crowd, a village it takes and we will be found. Sometimes we hold back the things we want to say, but I'd never live just to fight another day. Let's keep ahead, and our voices will be heard together. 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 Our voices will be heard. Sometimes our hearts break and sometimes our souls sick, but no matter, we're never alone. Our voices will be heard. Sometimes our dreams take longer than we'll wait till one day we find our way home. So keep on ahead, our voices in time will be heard. Yeah, our voices will be heard together. 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 Anytime we find our way home, hey, but first we make ourselves known. Hey, there is way to each day, no matter how small it may seem. Over time we make our way home. Hey, in the streets we sing you a song. Hey, may the light in our hearts give us strength to guide us along.
And we'll see the change, the seed is in our palm.
Together